students, and once again a very hearty welcome to the English world of Aradhya. After a long time we are again just seeing each other. Students, today we will begin your second chapter from your main book, that is Hornbill. The title of the lesson is "We are not afraid to die if we can all be together." Okay, students, it is a very adventurous story, but before you learn this story, before we begin, we need to know certain parts of the ship, because in the lesson from time to time so many different parts will be mentioned. So we need to know exactly where that part is. So I have drawn a rough sketch of a ship for you guys. See this bamboo in the center, it is of iron also, that is called mast. This is its main sail. Okay. Now bottom part, if you see this part in the center, that is called cabin. Okay. The part which is attached at the front, that is known as rudder. Okay. Just above it you guys find what? Stern. This part is called stern. Just inside you will find cockpit. Okay. And then just above it over here it is boom. The back part of the ship is known as bow. Okay. So students, keep all these parts in mind, because it's going to be a very adventurous story, and if you can't understand certain part, you won't realize in which part the action takes place, what part of the ship gets damaged. So you need to know all these parts. It is given even in the end of the lesson. So if you can't make out over here, you can just look into your textbook at the end of the lesson. It is already given. Now in this story, students, we come to know that the narrator, his wife, okay, wife's name is Mary, his son Jonathan, who is just 6 years of age, his daughter Susan, who is 7 years of age, and two more helpers who can guide them in the southern Indian Ocean to tackle any problem. They are American Larry Vigil and a Swiss Herb Sigler. So all these 6 guys go for a sea voyage, and what difficulties they face. Okay, there comes a point where they feel that now we will die, surely we will die, because a big hole has developed in the ship, and through that the water comes in, the ship is sinking. But at this time also the children are the main source of inspiration for the narrator, for his wife, for all those 2 guys. Okay, they have taken those experienced guys who have been in this ocean, this part of the ocean for many times. So they know how to tackle any such unwanted difficulties. So students, as we read the lesson, we will come to know more about it. But before they started the journey, remember, they had practiced it for many years. And why they started? Just they wanted to follow the footsteps of the earlier sailors like you see Captain James Cook. Then there were many other, students, Bartholomew Dias, Christopher Columbus. Okay, Christopher Columbus found out America. Bartholomew Dias came up till the Cape of Good Hope in South Africa. And then Vasco da Gama, who found the sea route to India. Okay, so students, all these guys, they had set the examples for sea journey to find the sea new route. That time it was a necessity. Okay, so many such sailors, big sailors, were sponsored by their own country. Okay, their government only just gave them all the support to find out the sea route to India and different parts of the world. But here they are just going just to improve their seafaring skill. Okay, just to hone their skill, and they want to check whether they can follow them, whether they can also complete the circle of the earth through this sea voyage. So let's see what happens in the lesson. Here I'll read out. Chapter 2, we are not afraid to die if we can all be together. Gordon Cook and Alan East, these 2 are the writers. They have combinedly written this story. In July 1976, my wife Mary, son Jonathan 6, daughter Susan 7, and I set sail from Plymouth, England. So from where they start their journey, sea voyage, from England. In England, particular place name is given Plymouth. Okay. To duplicate the round the world voyage made 200 years earlier by Captain James Cook. Okay. So they just wanted to do it once again, the round of the world voyage, which was made by Captain James Cook 200 years back. Now students, when you go to do the same thing again, you see, we might say that earlier people who did like this act, so they were far more greater than the next generation, okay, or the next person who is doing it after 20 years, 10 years, 50 years, 100 years, 200 years, because in that time you see a lot of technical changes take place, and those technologies help the later people to again go for that same adventure in a better way. 100 years ago, maybe they did not have all those facilities, all those technical helps. Okay, they just had to, excuse me students. So students, in that gap of 100 years, 50 years, you see so many technical changes take place. So the person who comes afterwards, who goes for like this adventure later on, he benefits the more. The person who did this many years back, they were without all this technical help. So it was difficult for them, and then also if they had completed like that adventure, all the credit goes to them. So here it is said that James Cook did it 200 years ago. Okay, world voyage he made 200 years ago. And now this writer, the narrator and his crew, all of them want to do the same. And in his crew, the dangerous thing we can say, okay, very risky thing is that entire family of the narrator is involved. His wife, his son is not too big, son is just 6 years of age. Even daughter is not too old, she is just 7 years of age. So right in their childhood only they are taken on such a dangerous sea journey. So one way we might say that it is what? It is very absurd act. The narrator must have thought about his children. He should have kept his children at home or in the custody of someone who can take care of them by the time they come back. But the narrator takes them also, and they only, when the crisis comes, they only become the source of inspiration for the narrator, his wife, and all the crew members. Okay, so here they had done that. For the longest time, Mary and I, a 37-year-old businessman, had dreamt of sailing in the wake of the famous explorer, in the wake of following the famous explorer. In the wake of means following. The earlier famous explorers, as I told you, Vasco da Gama, Bartholomew Dias, Christopher Columbus, as they found out the sea route to different parts of the world, these people also wanted to go for the journey, like that journey. And for the past 16 years, we had spent all our leisure time honing our seafaring skills in British waters. So students, when you go for like that adventure, you cannot suddenly go. You cannot decide today and go tomorrow. No, you need to have practice for that. Here they had practice of this in the British water for 16 long years. Okay, so we can say that time their children were also not born, because children are just 6 and 7 years old. So 16 years ago they started the practice. Whenever they got leisure, means free time, in free time they would go and practice in the British water. Understood? We have one such example from our India only, Mihir Sen, if you have heard his name. He swam the Pok Strait, that is the dangerous strait in the world. Nobody has tried so far, because there are all types of poisonous snakes, all types of dangerous fish which can kill you by touch only. And there are no what we can say suitable information or suitable timetable of the tides. So you don't know when to try that thing. Okay, and then also he did, but in his case also students, he started practicing in 1960, and the actual swim he had in 1966. So for 6 years he practiced, because that Cork Strait, that swim could be done only between March to April, from early March to early April, bus. Because remaining part of the year, you see there is a lot of rain and cold and all that thing. So in that brief period only you can try that. Suppose during March, early March till early April, if you are sick, forget it, you will have to wait for 1 more year. So he practiced for 6 years, afterwards he had the actual swim. Here these people practiced for 16 years, and after 16 years of practice only they had the actual voyage. Okay. So they were just they had spent all our leisure time honing means improving, developing our seafaring skills. Our boat Wave Walker, now remember this name, as most of you remember the name of Titanic. Okay, so here that boat's name is Wave Walker. A 23-meter, 30-ton wooden hulled means wooden bottom, beauty had been professionally built, and we had spent months fitting it out. Okay, so it cannot be built at one particular place. Its parts are getting ready in different areas, then they are connected, then they are fitted with each other. Understood? So we had spent months fitting it out. So in fitting also it took many months. You cannot fit it in 1 or 2 days, because big parts are there. You will have to fit them properly so that they don't get disconnected, they don't get rusted in the sea water. All those things you will have to take care of. Okay, and testing it in the roughest weather we could find. Now after fitting, this is one more task that you are supposed to do. What? You have to test it. Test it whether it is suitable, okay, in roughest weather also. So they checked it in roughest weather, and what they found, it was okay. Now it is suitable for sailing. Okay. So roughest weather we could find. The first leg of our planned 3-year 1,05,000 kilometer journey passed pleasantly as we sailed down the west coast of Africa to Cape Town. Understood? So in 1 year they covered almost 1,05,000 kilometer. Okay, and that was very smooth journey. It was a pleasant experience. From Africa they went down to Cape Town. Okay, then there, before heading east, we took on 2 crewmen. Okay, students, from that particular place, from Cape Town, before going ahead, now they were going to enter into the Indian Ocean. And among all the oceans, Indian Ocean is considered the dangerous ocean, because there are so many risks involved. So you don't know what will happen. Okay, so that's why they took the experienced people with them. We took on 2 crewmen, American Larry Vigil and Swiss Herb Sigler, to help us tackle one of the world's roughest seas, the Southern Indian Seas. Okay, so Southern Indian Sea is considered as the roughest sea of the world, one of the roughest. But in those roughest also, it is the first one. Understood? So now their real journey begins. Even though they have covered 1,05,000 kilometer, now their real journey begins, because this journey from now onwards is full of dangers, full of risks. So let's see what happens then. On our second day out of Cape Town, we began to encounter strong gales. Gales. You must have heard this word. Gales. Gales means very violent wind. Okay. Gale means violent wind, and here it is given in the plural, means again and again it was coming to them. Okay. So that's why it is said that we began to encounter, we began to just face this violent wind again and again. Very violent wind is called gale. It is also known as different names, tornado, chakravat, okay, hurricane. So here it is known as gale. For the next few weeks, they blew continuously. So student, this is one of the obstacles that we face during our such a journey. Okay, even when you are mountaineering, that time also if cycling, if the force of the wind is against you, then you will have to put extra efforts. But if it is from your side only, then with lower efforts also you can continue. So here they were facing this gale again and again. So they had to put extra efforts to go ahead. Okay, the gale had become what? An obstacle in their way. Gales did not worry me, but the size of the waves was alarming. Up to 15 meters, as high as our main mast. Students, the wind can touch you and just go away. Wind can blow you off also. But that same wind, this same gale I am talking about, it would also raise the water in the form of waves. And those waves, he says, were going as big as the mast of the boat. The mast is reaching up till here. So you see, sea water is here. From there, such a huge waves will come. So that was more alarming. If simply wind comes, then no problem. Wind can just touch you and just go away. But here, these water waves, those are alarming, because that much water again falls into the ship. Then it means the pressure from up, those slight hole is there, the entire ship can go down. And that's what will happen later on in the lesson. That's what will happen. The ship develops a hole, then it becomes bigger in size, and the water starts coming in, because they are in water only. Understood? So students, here you see, writer was more worried, the narrator was more worried about the waves, not about the gales. But gales only were giving birth to these waves. And they were how high? They were as high as 15 meters. Okay, as high as our main mast. This is their main mast. इतने ऊंचे वेव्स आते थे, तो कोई भी डर जाएगा. Okay. December 25 found us 3,500 kilometers east of Cape Town. Okay, earlier they were here in Cape Town. From there they started the journey towards the Indian Ocean. Okay, by the time they reached Christmas, December 25 means Christmas. So on Christmas Day they were just 3,500 kilometers away from Cape Town. And earlier in 1 year they had covered what? 1,05,000 kilometers from Plymouth till Cape Town. So that was more, because that was a pleasant journey. There was not so much risk involved. But here these gales and other things are instructing them. And that is why obstructing them, and that is why students, they find it difficult to go ahead. Okay. So December 25 found us 3,500 kilometers east of Cape Town. Okay, Cape Town is here. Always keep in mind, whenever you look at the world map, just keep in mind that this side is east side, that side is west side. Suppose this one, map of South Africa is here. Okay. Map of South Africa is here. From here to this side is Indian Ocean. So that is in east. Okay, this is east and this is west side. Okay, so till December 25 they could cover only 3,500 kilometers. Okay, despite atrocious weather, atrocious yani very bad weather, atrocious means very bad weather, we had a wonderful holiday complete with a Christmas tree. So already names suggest that they are Mary, Jonathan, Susan, Larry, Ziegler. All these names suggest that they all are Christian guys. And December for Christians, only two feasts are there throughout the year. One is Christmas, another is Easter. They celebrate Christmas only with a lot of enjoyment. Because Easter means what? Easter means the resurrection of Jesus. So Jesus comes back to life on Sunday. That is known as Easter day. But before that, you see, you have Good Friday and just a Thursday before that Good Friday, he was arrested and given a lot of torture. So those are the days of what? Sorrows for all the Christians. They fasted during this particular time. Okay, and then Easter comes. So they don't celebrate it with a lot of vigor because पहले इतना सारे दुख के दिन हैं. Understood? But before Christmas there is hardly anything. Before Christmas it is a waiting period for Jesus' birth. So what they can celebrate with all types of merriment. Understood? So students, here they all are Christians. So here they say that even though bad weather was existing at that time on Christmas Day, we had a wonderful holiday complete with a Christmas tree. Understood? So even in the sea, in their ship only, wave walker, they enjoyed the Christmas and finished with Christmas tree. New Year's Day saw no improvement in weather. Now again students, just remember, for Hindus, Diwali, after Diwali, next day only is New Year. But for Christian guys, Christmas is on 25th and 25th December and New Year comes on 1st of January. So there is again a gap of 7 days. After 7 days their New Year comes. So all that period from 23rd onwards, you see, we can say that Christmas vacation is given in many of the Christian schools till the New Year. Then second day the school opens for them. So here they waited that entire period for 1 week, and on New Year's Day also they say what? New Year's Day saw no improvement in the weather. So that weather continued, bad weather continued for such a long time, for almost 8 days. Okay. But we reasoned that it had to change soon, and it did change for the worse. Okay. So in this sort of condition, what will everybody just expect? That it should become a bit better, from bad to good. Okay, good to better, better to best. So that will be the hope of every person who are in trouble. कि यार ये हालत सुधर जाए, ये हालत सुधर जाए. So that's what they were expecting, कि it should change. But it did change. According to their expectation, it did not change. It changed, but it became from bad to worse. खराब था और खराब हुआ. इन्होंने क्या सोचा था? ये हालत सुधर जाए, चेंज हो जाए. तो चेंज तो हुआ, तो चेंज अच्छे के लिए नहीं हुआ. जो खराब था उससे भी और खराब हो गया वेदर. So in such a weather, it is really difficult for sheep or planes to go further. Understood? Okay. So now in my next video, we will see what sort of difficulties they face. Up till now, we have seen the beginning of the lesson and what happens, how they began their journey, and at which point they have come. Now it is the day after New Year. And afterwards, what problems are they facing? We are just left with that particular situation where the weather has become worse. From bad, it has become worse. Now in that worse weather, we will see what difficulties they face, what obstacles they face, and how they face. All those things we will see in my next video. Till that time, I appeal to you once again, go through this lesson and enjoy the story. Thank you and have a nice day.